What's up, chickadees? I am back on tour. My solo is stopped for now because the Impractical Jokers are back on our national tour. Huge theater arena tour. It's going on right this second. All tickets are on sale. 40 or 50 cities are on sale. We're adding more. Just go to impracticaljokerslive.com for all the cities to take a look. Coming up off the top right now, we have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Camden, New Jersey at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. That's a big one. Down in Jersey, about Philly. Love to see you guys. 2 at the Wang in Boston. Then we're going to Charleston and Charlotte and Waterloo, New York, and then Washington, D.C. And the big weekend I want to talk about is Niagara Falls into Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, then right up to Wallington, Connecticut, and coming back down to play the UBS Arena in Long Island. Those are all on sale right now, plus more, ImpracticalJokersLive.com. And Impractical Jokers Season 10 is airing right now on True TV and TBS Thursday nights at 10 o'clock.
Folks, Joe DeRosa here from the Taste Buds Podcast. I got live performances and shows and all kinds of things happening all over the place. Let me start with a very special appearance I'll be making here in New York City on February 8th at New York City City Winery. My buddy Cooge is doing an evening with Cooge and friends. I'll be there with Cooge and some other folks. A little bit of a roundtable discussion about food and whatnot. Lots of laughs. What have you. A little bit of a different show, but it's going to be fun. Also here in New York City, I'm doing my residency of my new one-man show, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Next one of those is February 14th, The Night for Lovers at the Crane Theater. After that, we got one in March on the 22nd, again, at the Crane Theater. So if you're in New York, come on by for that. And if you're not in New York, I'm hitting the big open road. February 18th, Vancouver, British Columbia for JFL's festival. Baton Rouge on March 9th. March 10th, Lafayette. March 11th, New Orleans. March 30th, Hamtramck, Michigan. March 31st, Grand Rapids, Michigan. April 1st, Chicago, Illinois. And more dates are being added as we speak. All of the dates I just mentioned on the road will be me performing the I Never Promised You a Rose Garden show. You can go to joederosainfo.com for tickets and info. Also, don't forget about Joey Rose's. Open 7 days a week at 11:30 a.m. every day. Sandwiches and booze. Flowing and chewing all day long. JoeyRosesNYC.com.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic.
Folks, welcome to TASTE Buds. Tasties, buddies, we're back.
Part 2 supersized episode.
Supersize me.
No, do not.
What?
No talk of McDonald's.
You just did.
No.
Last episode, we didn't mention it once.
Episode 115, he's mentioned it in every single episode.
Yeah, we didn't mention it once on the last
good,
episode.
Good. The continuation of Indian food versus Chinese food with the great Paul Virzi. Yeah, part 2.
Yeah, part 2. We're gonna. I mean, I'm ready. I think we had a bunch of small talk things to do, but I think we hit all of them in the past episodes. I think let's just get into this.
Okay.
You and I have been wearing the same outfit for 3 episodes in a row now. Yeah. Clearly, we're not washing or bathing.
Yes.
This
was funny. I bought 2 changes of clothes. And then I didn't change. And I'm carrying outfits around with me.
Yeah, the illusion's gone.
Yeah.
I
like to do it because then in the thumbnail, people are confused. Did I see that? Did I not see that?
That's the nutty thing about all these podcasts is like you got to bring like change of shirts. Yeah. Like after the pandemic, if I do multiple podcasts, I can't. Like I went on a little run and I realized I had the same thing on in different locations same day.
I know.
You know there's going to be an asshole like, hey, Virzi, do you ever change?
I know, it's tough.
They know we batch shoot, but I
need
usually...
a podcast wardrobe.
Yeah.
By the way, we forgot to... I can't believe we didn't mention this. 2 full fucking episodes. We didn't mention this. People are like, where are they right now? Where's the sign? Where's it? We're in our new space that we're going to convert into the Taste Buds studio.
That's right.
These are the first steps we're doing here.
Yeah,
you're going to have the big sign.
Yeah. God almighty. Maybe.
So we got a new studio space.
Yeah. So I feel like we should have probably said that
okay, so
2 episodes ago, but whatever.
It's okay. It was mystique. I don't know when it's going to even be done. So it might be like this for another couple episodes.
We can at least get the tile sign down here and get back to
I talked
basics.
to Chris about that.
I could get it done in like a day if I have a key.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, was I supposed to take the signage from Chris's house? Oh, no, it's in his studio.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anyway,
We got to get some reinforcements on here because those things are heavy.
yeah, we just need anchors.
It'll be fine.
But
Okay.
no, we just need anchors.
Well, it's just sheet.
No, I know that's
Sheetrock.
I know you put anchors in.
The signs are 50 pounds.
Yeah,
each.
you put anchors in.
Well, I couldn't just put an anchor at my house.
Joe, you saying that like you fucking know about
Buddy.
sheetrock?
Buddy, I've been a bachelor my whole life. You know how many times I've moved? I'm hanging everything solo.
Yeah,
You have no idea the shit that I've hung
Joe's
by
like,
myself.
where's the beam? The beam's right there.
Yeah, you got to find a stud.
The
though.
beam.
No, if you don't have a stud, you use anchors.
I know that you can, but for me, I never feel comfortable with just the anchor.
Yeah, well,
and the sheetrock.
an entire industry is wrong, and you're right.
Well, if our sign
Yeah,
drops,
yeah. Let's call the hardware industry and tell them Sal's anxieties have overridden the
you're gonna
mass
talk about
production of wall
anxieties?
anchors.
You're going to talk about
I'm
anxiety.
just saying, you got wall anchors. It's crazy.
In the 59th minute of a show you're crushing, you have anxiety that it's all going to turn to shit.
That
in the
was
last 60
those were the
seconds.
early days. Those were the early days. That doesn't happen.
Still, no, but I'm just saying because they're mosaics. They're beautiful pieces of artwork.
I know, but my point is, you
Not out had months.
you can't depend on a stud because if there's no stud there, then what are you going to do? Not hang it? You got to hang it. That's what the
No,
anchors
you
are
put a
for.
reinforcement.
An anchor is the reinforcement. That's what it is.
This is episode 1 of Construction Buds.
I watch Property Brothers. I know what
Forget
it is.
food. We're gonna
But by the way, what do you mean by reinforcements? What does that mean?
No, like you find a beam, right, or a stud.
No, but I'm saying
You
if
find a
there
stud,
is no
and what we did at my house,
Yeah.
right? We put a 2x4 on this and drilled it into there, and we hung it off the 2x4.
But
So
I'm
it's not
saying
just
sometimes you have wall with no stud and you have to put anchors in. That's the point of an anchor.
if your hands are tied and you can't find a stud, fine. All I'm saying is the wise thing to do would
I'll
be
take
to
care
hang
of
it
it,
in a
guys.
way that's the best. The most, was that?
Your
I'll take
producer's
care
like,
of
yeah,
it.
this
It'll be
isn't
fine.
for nothing. I'm gonna.
All right.
I don't even know what an
We should
anchor
really
is.
talk about how Joe didn't make it to
G
the
for
christening.
B, it falls though.
Huh?
How you weren't invited to Stefano's christening.
Stefano, that pig, didn't invite me to his daughter's christening. He invited everybody we know. And I told him today, I go, I'm a little hurt.
All of No Pressure was there.
Yeah. Yeah. And he goes, I go, I'm a little hurt. He goes, I only invited comics that had kids. I didn't think you'd want to come to it on
Not
Staten
true.
Island.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's because I live in Staten Island. You're not in
Yes,
Staten
yes,
Island.
yes.
Yeah.
And he goes, I didn't think you'd want to come all the way to Staten Island for this. If you lived closer, I would have invited you. And I wrote back, I can't argue with a word you're saying. I never would have come. Quite frankly, I was relieved that you didn't invite me. But then I wrote to him, I go, I'm such a pussy. I had FOMO about a baptism.
That's great.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah,
funny.
dude. I can't.
That's funny.
If I don't get asked, I'm so sensitive, dude. I got to get over it. I'm so sensitive. It's terrible.
You got your insult right there.
Well, I think
Sensitive piece of shit.
we're all fucking.
I talked to Dr. Drew about it. I did the Dr. Drew podcast, and I talked about
What did he tell you? Did he help you?
He just was like, Joe, like, what's going on?
He's like, why the fuck are you being so sensitive? You're like, oh, easy.
Yeah.
But the thing
I'm
is,
sensitive.
comedians, all of us, from I talk to all the friends, it's all insecurity. There's all insecurity and this and that. And then I think when we get the mic, we kind of put that aside because it's the time to put that aside. And then
Sure.
afterwards, we're like, hey, do you like me?
Yeah.
Do you like
Yeah.
me? It's we're all fucking.
It's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going through a thing, though, being 45 and still a bachelor.
Yeah.
My fears.
Why don't you go on The Bachelor?
Huh?
Why don't you go on The Bachelor?
They should make an entertainment
They
bachelor.
should do a pig version of Bachelor with
Yeah,
me
just-
in Northeast Philly.
No.
Because she's a whore. That's why.
Dude, and we're all in a row home. We're all in a row home in Northeast Philly. And it's all waitresses. Dude, we got to do that.
Dude, that would be great.
We got to do that, dude.
Oh, my God.
That'd be
Just
so
throw a
funny.
question mark on it. It's The Bachelor? You should do. I would love to see you on the regular Bachelor though, and I think could I get that? We might be able to put you in a position to at least have a chance.
All right.
I would if you were on the Bachelor. I swear to God, it would be appointment television. You would not, no DVR, no fucking, I'll watch it tomorrow. I've never seen a single episode of The Bachelor in my entire life.
Me neither.
Not a single episode,
Me neither.
not one. But I've seen clips of the rose and stuff like that, right? And I don't know how many people are on there, like how many bachelors. My guess is like 20. I don't know, right?
No. The Bachelor is it's just one guy, and then it's all women.
Oh, so maybe no, but I want you on the Bachelorette then.
Oh, I'd have to compete with the other guys.
Oh, you on the no. You're right. You're on the Bachelor.
No, you're on the Bachelor.
You are the
You're
Bachelor.
gonna get booted in the
You
first
are the
week.
Bachelor.
No, you have to
What I was gonna say,
decide.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say was if he was on the Bachelorette, 20 guys. Right now, I'll take bets. Odds are that he gets eliminated as the first guy.
Yes, yeah, of course.
You're right.
Of course.
Immediately he'd be ripping on everything.
No,
ripping on. I didn't want your fucking Rose. This is stupid. You're stupid.
No, it's got to be him deciding over trashy Philly waitresses.
Yeah.
That's what it has to be.
Yeah.
And then you have to bring him in the room and sit down in front of the camera and let him describe why
The
he's out
road
with
be
one.
so
Rose of
amazing.
Love.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Rose of Love.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I made you a fucking hoagie, and you did this to me. Fuck you,
He
dude.
threw water in my face. He threw a glass of water in my face.
Next season of Gillian Keeves, you have to.
Dude, I swear to God, I think we got to do this for real. we
Dude,
got to do this as a show.
that's.
I love it. I see 12 girls competed. They called the DeRosie's dozen.
We got to do this. 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 How many weeks can we shoot it in? Can we shoot it over the course of 1 week? Like, can we condense it to a
You
point
just
where
got to
we
go
can
into,
get it done?
just go where there's a row of bars or something.
No, but hold on. There's got to be authenticity in it, because other than that, it's just shtick.
I know.
So
no,
I need you to really be looking for love with these women, though.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, why am I
I got
tuning
nowhere
in?
to go. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
I would do this. This is wild.
I would do
dude.
this. I want to see this show. I swear to
That's
God.
what I'm saying. If we could shoot it in like 6 days, like 4 episodes in 6 days, like
Dude, you
We should do it.
buzzed. DeRosa buzzed in a bar is like a fucking lion, and it's just that is where he fucking belongs to. That is his domain.
Every date, you know how they do the confessionals? After every date, he goes into the variety box. And he
Right.
just talks to America like, I don't know. Like, we do like a text voting.
No, here's my
Because he's
favorite
going to have
thing.
a million
I
questions.
think
Like,
it's
do I
fine.
do
I didn't
this?
use a rubber. I'm not sure. I mean, she said she's on a pill. I don't know.
No, Sal, here's my favorite thing. My favorite thing about here's DeRosa, and I know you heard this a million times. DeRosa in a bar with a couple of drinks in a good mood and women there, and you go, hey, dude, I got to go. You leaving? What the fuck? Why the fuck you leaving? Dude, fuck you. You have one, dude. Stay.
Dude, it truly is my happy place. It scares me how much I'm happy there. It scares me how happy I am at a dive bar with a perfect buzz.
I see it. That's the set.
Oh my God.
That's like the
Yeah.
main set.
Dude, it's I've actually, the pure joy. I was leaving New York. It was the bar next to the old stand. It's at Patty
Oh,
McGuire's.
Patty McGuire's.
Myers,
Yeah.
And he
one of
was
the
at-
all-time great.
Like around the holidays, it's like New York City. Like if they were doing a movie at a bar in New York City,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And Joe's sitting there, and he just had that smile. He goes, "Virzi, where you going? You want to have a drink?" And I was like, "I'm leaving." He looked so fucking content and happy, and there was just New York City bar.
Hold on.
It's just gonna happen.
Hold on, don't destroy my
He dangles
personal
the
life
card
here.
In front of them, he's like, Uber pool.
No,
He's like,
No.
do they live in a house together for the bachelorettes?
I believe
They do. They live in like a house.
I think so.
That's what it is, right? It's a fucking neighborhood bar downstairs where they do like the rose ceremony, and they live in the building. They live in the building above the bar.
Well, we have
It's
the
got to be at
bar.
least 6 floors. It's got to be at least 6 floors,
Six
just so you
floor
get
walk
enough.
up.
Yeah.
You guys all live in the house above the bar.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
We gotta get some McDonald's in this though.
Huh?
We need a McDonald's plug in this. In the middle.
Yeah,
No,
it's like-
that's where the date. That's where the dinner
Like
date.
instead of a rose,
Oh God, dude.
Yeah.
instead of a rose, Joe's like, fucking Sally, please step up.
But
You get a glass of whiskey.
here's
You get
here's how you do this.
You get a glass
Here's how
of
you do
whiskey.
this. You
It's a
don't-
glass of whiskey ceremony.
You don't tell them any of the stuff that we're talking about right now, right? And all the activities are things that I like to do. So that's sprung on them. So like on The Bachelor, they have to like go on dates and stuff, and it's always dates to like see if they bond. But all the dates
All right.
will be my things. We'll
Okay.
be like we go to McDonald's,
Jill-
we play. We're
Jill,
gonna go play
tonight's your night.
PlayStation together.
Jill, tonight's your night. Your date with Joe. Tonight, you guys have a fun night planned. You're gonna watch cartoons and listen to cassette tapes.
Yeah, exactly. Make a taco kit.
And do you bring the
100%.
girl in? Do you bring the girl in to talk about it too? The girl goes into the room alone to talk.
Yeah,
about it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna have people pissed off.
Yeah.
You fucking played Xbox. Were
I
you
can't
supposed to
believe
go
it.
out?
There were KFC boxes all over the house.
KFC's a date.
KFC's a date. McDonald's is a date.
McDonald's is a date.
Yeah.
Retro video games is a date.
So it's 12 women, 12 episodes, 12 dates? No, two women to an episode. No, they're all competing
We
at the
could
same
shave
time.
it down.
Don't they all compete at the same
Yeah,
time?
you
Aren't
get-
they like trying to
You get
talk
eight,
to you and then someone
8
comes over?
women, 2 dates an episode. You know, streamline this thing.
Yeah, but they all should be competing for you at the same time.
No, they are.
And then whoever like says,
But
"Come
people
on, we're
get
going on a
eliminated.
date tonight."
So that's my point. If you do, yeah.
They usually take them out to like an island somewhere, a
Yeah,
mansion.
yeah.
It's all it is Joe's
I take them
apartment
to
building.
Staten Island. We're going to an island.
Ferry ride. Ferry ride could be a date. Ferry
Staten
ride could be a
Island.
date.
That is a date.
What's Ferry Rock?
A ferry ride.
Oh, a ferry
ride,
ride.
yeah.
Okay.
By the way, that is a good date.
A ferry
It's
ride?
a fun little affordable free date. You know, you can get an ice cold beer on there. It's free. You drive across the harbor. You look at the Statue.
Beer's
of Liberty.
free on there?
No,
you
the
can buy
ride's
beer.
free.
Ferry's free.
Oh,
you could buy a tall boy for $3.50. It's ice cold.
Oh, it's got to be
That's
cold.
I love it.
We got to go ahead. Go ahead.
Nothing.
Oh, I was just gonna say we should do the battle. We're gonna get.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna do another episode where we don't get to the fucking battle. Sorry, I keep saying F. It's a lot of bleeps on Pimp's part. I love this idea. Rose of Love.
Rose of Love.
That's what you said,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
DeRosa of love. Yeah.
All right. I think we do it, man. I think we do it. I think we just we bagged out.
But
an
are you
entire,
gonna be looking for? Do you really want to get like 12 like bowling alley waitresses? Nothing against bowling alley waitresses.
No.
I
Everything-
dated one.
Everything against bowling alley waitresses.
But you know,
waitresses?
Yeah, but nothing
bar-
against
like-
waitresses.
like
But no,
like-
let's make a distinction. Their job has nothing to do with what they're like. But
No,
you're saying
I
that
agree.
because in your head you have a vision of a certain type of person, and you're making that person a waitress.
No. I'm not saying it to in any way disparage the service industry. I'm saying it because of the places I like to hang out in.
Yeah.
It should be people that come from that life. It should be people that work like in bars and
Go on
like you
dive
know what I
bars.
mean.
But
like,
is that where you would want to find like love?
what do I know? I haven't found. I don't know.
I mean,
you know what I
love
mean?
can hit you anywhere, right?
What about Hooters?
Yeah, I guess.
He
But,
loved that Hooters waitress last episode.
She was great. She was great.
Last
oh, dude, a Hooters waitress would be a nice episode.
Remember when I remember when Hooters opened up near the first Hooters opened up on Staten Island, and we were in high school, and we used to go there all the time. It was like our strip club, like because they'll come over and sit at the table and talk to you, and you think they like you.
Did you know there's
And
a
everyone's like, "Oh, dude, I think she." And it's
The
like, no,
originals in Tampa.
This is what it's about. They come over and sit and like talk to you. I mean,
Did you know that Florida? I don't know if these are everywhere, but I saw them in Florida. There's like a condensed Hooters now.
What do you mean?
There's like a Hooters that's like it's a derivative of Hooters.
Oh, it's a smaller, yes.
yeah, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's basically like a
Like Hooter?
takeout only. And
It's called Hooter.
it's called like Hoots or something. And the girls don't have their boobs out or anything. And me and Patty Walsh were down there doing We'll See You in Hell Live, and we saw it and we were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And the guy who owns the really nice kid that owns the club that we were doing down there, Coastal Creative, he was telling us, he goes, oh, it's like Hooters, except it's just the food. They don't have the waitresses. And Pat was like, it's
the whole conceit.
nothing you'd want from Hooters.
So it's just bad wings.
Like, yeah, it's just exactly
Yeah,
just going in
yeah.
and getting awful wings to go because you need them fast.
It is insane
need 'em
that
fast.
to this day, they were like, we should let's do a restaurant. What should we serve? Fucking fries, wings. How you gonna stand out? Titties. We'll call it titties. We'll only hire girls. Their titties will be out. We'll put them in short shorts. We'll just call it titties, and they'll come and you can get fries and look at titties. And like, no, we can't call it titties, dude. So fine, we'll just call it Hooters. It means titties, and we'll just put an hour. I mean, you literally are going
was-
to a restaurant called Titties.
It was
Yeah.
it was of a certain era. There was a period.
It's still now.
No, I know, but I'm saying there was a period in this country in the 90s that was very popular. This like it's porn, but it's not porn. Hooters was the strip club equivalent. Like, it's a strip club, but it's not a strip club. Maxim magazine stuff.
Yes.
That was a big thing back then, where it was like, ooh, it's salacious, but like you bring the kids along still, which was weird.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Hooters would like sponsor like little league teams and stuff, I found that very, very weird. Like,
Well, that's the great plan. They tried to like make it just like they tried to normalize.
now it's normal. Now
Yeah.
it's not like Hooters is like a family restaurant now.
Yeah.
But do they still have? They still have the whole Alf. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah,
been to one.
but it's just like you wouldn't if you saw a chick right now. You'd see a chick work at a bank as a bank teller in that outfit now. You wouldn't even bat an eye at it. This country's so deep in the fucking sewer at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's nothing now.
Yeah.
Like, but back then it was like, wow.
It's like it's funny that it's like not direct. Like a strip club is like this girl is owning it and she's gonna make money off of it, of what she has and she's empowered, right? But at Hooters they're like, well, they're gonna be staring at you. But like, don't like, you can't take a tit out. You can't, just
It puts her in such a rough
just
spot.
put on something
It's
tight.
wi-
They're gonna be staring at
It's
you.
wild.
But just bring over fries, and we're not gonna talk about that part of it.
And like,
You know what I mean? So you need to show
And
your
think
tits,
about-
but you can't let them really. They're gonna look at your tits. Like, what is the?
think about this. Think about this. And this is wild. This is wild. The episode should have been Hooters. Hooters, yay or nay?
Oh, we gotta
Because God, I
write
would
that
have.
down.
I have
That's a good
so
one.
much to say about Hooters. The I
You
really
guys gonna
do.
do Paul? It's a 4-parter.
Yeah,
You got time?
yeah.
All right, Indian Hooters versus Chinese Hooters.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. Like Hooters now, it's
such a
an
funny
interesting.
word.
It's such an interesting paradox now, because in one way it represents the empowerment and like go out there and you work your thing and da 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 da.
I'm always confused about that whole.
And then on the other, and then it also represents everything that people would rail against. that, where it's like-
Objectifying.
yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like you're going to determine if a woman deserves this job based on her breast size. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Like it's such a weird.
What about if
That's
they made like a
weird.
Hooters, but like a new version of like to make everybody included, bodies beautiful, and it was just a bunch of Lizzos fucking working, like just fucking right.
Oh, did you see South
seriously.
Park?
No.
South Park lampoons it, and they go. It's the kids working there. They call it raisins.
No.
I swear to God.
Jeez.
What
Like,
is
welcome to Raisins. They parody Hooters on South Park, and the restaurant's called Raisins, and
it's
it's all
just
kids
little
with
children?
no boobs. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
that's
it is
funny.
it is
Brutal.
kids that work there, even though that universe, the kids are
That's
like adults.
really-
But the only
That's
way
really
you
funny.
could do it on animation, of course.
Yeah.
But
That's
I did
really
I
funny.
did think a genius idea that's up for grabs is Hooters, but all the waitresses have OnlyFans.
That's a good idea.
So you get a bunch of feature OnlyFans.
That's a good idea, Pimp. I actually would, if I were you, and I'm not kidding, I would cut that out of the pod. I would keep that close to the vest. That's
Then
a
I'm
good
actually
idea.
a pimp, though. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
no, that's a good idea. Pimp, I'm dead serious. I would keep that idea close to the
OnlyFans
vest.
bar
That'll
and
make you
grill.
a few bucks.
Dude.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. All right, let's do the battle. All right, Virzi,
right.
you ready? This is how the it's time to get salty chant works.
Okay.
We look eye to eye.
You say it 3 times.
It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. I launch an insult right at you.
And we do it at the same time.
No. One of us goes. You can go first or second. It's up to you. But one of us launches, right?
Okay.
You don't go heavy in. You just 10 seconds, 20 seconds, right? And then, yeah, and then we do it again, and you launch one back at me. Would you like to go first or second?
The idea here is that it's going to set the tone for a
Yeah.
contentious battle.
Yeah. I'll go second.
Second?
I'll go second.
Smart, because you can get to see what he launches at you.
All right, ready?
How hard you got to
What's
go
on
in.
Joey's mind
Ready?
here.
Here we go. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. How are your clothes tight and loose at the same time? I don't understand what's going on.
It's more a mystery than an insult.
Oh,
That's so funny.
I like,
All right, ready?
well, hold on. Okay, yeah, give me a second here. I've
Yeah.
me and Joe have really gotten along the last few years.
Did you have that in the pocket?
I thought of it when he walked in today, and I was like, I got to do a salty with Virzi so I can get this out.
Oh, okay.
But it's been in my
It's
head for
actually
about
perfect,
2 hours.
because they're not too. Yeah.
It's so funny. You told a line. It's funny. It is.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I don't know.
You got to just first thing comes in your head. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
I know I just contradicted that, but like,
Okay,
don't
first
overthink
thing-
it.
okay,
We're
okay.
sitting at the table. We're shitting on each other.
Okay,
Ready?
Okay.
It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty.
You are an angry prick. When are you going to let go of it? Okay,
Never.
things are okay.
Never.
Was that a good one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
okay.
tag team in for a second. Thank you. You know what it is, though, Joe? Because you make it your identity, and it doesn't have to be. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It is.
If you take a couple of steps back and say, this doesn't have to be my identity, then you won't always have to check your own box to make sure you're angry.
Yeah.
You feed it into yourself.
It is
Jesus,
me through and
Sal
through.
wanted a salty for himself. He was like, Paul, just say something quick.
Yo, Virzi, I got you on. I got your back. I got your back on this one.
Imagine
It
if
is me
DeRosa does the Rosa show, right? Gets some fucking waitress in Philly, and then he just is never angry. Like, he's just completely back. Yeah. He's just like, dude, I needed this. This might be it for you.
It might be, but I don't know.
You know what's so funny is you have a yin yang. You have a totally cheery, pleasant,
Yes.
good mood side.
Absolutely.
Dude, me
But
and him
it's
had
like-
an Italian. I don't mean to cut you. Me and him had an Italian dinner one night, and we're sitting there. We're drinking wine. We went. He got tickets to see the like a sneak peek of The Irishman, and I was like, "This is a fucking happy guy." And then he's on stage, and one joke just gets still good, but not enough. He goes, "You fucking people suck."
I don't
But
know
you
what the term is.
but you
It's not angry. It's Larry David. It's Larry David. I'm disgruntled. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. You know what I mean?
I tell you.
Yeah.
Larry David. It's like a funny sitcom.
I can't. But he's like that in real life. I can't let things go. Like something gets in me, and I'm like,
I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I just don't.
you express it. differently.
I'll overthink it. I'll get anxiety of it, but I probably won't get outwardly angry.
I would go the other way with you. I'd say stop putting a face on for everybody. We know there's rage. We know there's rage inside.
No, there's
there.
anxiety and doubt. I question everything 10 times over. I'd say it's a mental prison.
Listen,
But I don't get angry.
I know, but I'm saying I think you have anger in you and you don't let it out.
Sal, have you been in your house and you just are having it's either something with a business relationship or something with your career, and you just throw and like, do you ever have those moments?
I have. Well, I don't throw anything. I'm sure I don't know. In my life, have I like screamed into a pillow or something? Maybe.
Well, that took a different direction.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Punched
did you ever?
I don't throw anything. You know, I'll get so mad that I'll get like literally a fucking tension headache, and I might have to take a knee.
Oh, so you just
But
step
it's
out of it.
internalized. You
This
know?
is the difference.
You're a go for a walk guy.
Yeah, I should go for him. I should go for a walk.
I know.
You're a yell in the pillow, but I should have went for a lap. I should have taken a lap.
Yeah, I don't know what I do. I just internalize it.
Yeah.
And then I just walk around with a heavy
This is
vibe.
I know the difference between this is the difference between you and me. I'm not saying one's right or one's wrong. I'm saying
emote.
this is the difference between you and me with the anger. We're both Anakin Skywalker in the prequels, okay? You're Anakin earlier on where you're just like Darth Tyrannus even says to him, he goes, you have much anger in you, but you don't use it. Yeah. You know? And Anakin, he's just like, he's always just like, ugh, and he's gonna go, I'm gonna go over here. I'm Anakin in Revenge of the Sith when Tyrannus does that to him.
Sure.
And there's that moment where he goes, and he pulls the sword
Yeah.
We're just two versions of that guy. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going into the suit. I don't give a shit.
But I'll tell you what. This is gonna. But this is Joe's got the boots out. No, I feel
So
like
that's the only
you have
difference.
to back off from that. Like nowadays, I will be like, breathe. I will fucking breathe. I will not try to make any emotional response or emotional judgment. I want to walk away from it. I want to take a knee. I want to because I'm gonna give myself a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So I try to now be like, have like this thing that you go, you gotta laugh.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, you gotta laugh, and I'm like, I want to.
I see-
There's a few people out there. I swear to God that I I want to put a head out.
And here's the thing, and I'm glad you just hold on.
I
And
think
you know what?
about it, and I think about can I actually get away with it?
Hold on a second. I gotta get this out.
Go ahead,
I gotta get this out. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I gotta get this out because here's what it is.
Yeah.
Here's what it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're Michael Corleone coming from the war.
Yeah.
And you're introducing Kay to the family, and you're sitting there,
I
and
see
you're going,
that.
"That's Luca Brasi," but you're very much like this. But when you're sitting down and everybody's talking about the hit that just happened on The Father, you sit there quietly. I think the Michael that comes out where he's like, "You gotta kill him. You gotta do that." Yeah. I think that is what I think that you're at that point.
Or I'll like do
what
I'll
point
do
am I at
scenarios
then?
in my head.
What?
What point am I at then? Am I just Sonny?
Yeah, you're Sonny.
But this is interesting.
You're this.
I definitely am that.
You bite the fist and you go right to the thing.
I definitely, I can't tell you how many times in my house throughout 1 week where I'll go like this. I go like that because it's just like something, you know what I mean? But like,
By the way, he just called that up and felt that anger, even though he was just showing us what he does.
yeah.
You saw that?
I have direct access to it. But I will say this.
His anger is like a 24-hour Planet Fitness.
I will say this, though, and this is really telling, and I don't say this to justify any of my own stuff. It's just very interesting about the difference between you and me. What you just said is so different from me. You just said there are people out there I'd like to put a hit out on if I could. I will show it, and within minutes be like, dude, I'm so.
Yeah.
I don't mean anyone in my life like that. I just mean there as like
But I mean
3 or 4 people that have wronged me or people I know in such a way, and they're pieces of shit people.
And they hurt you.
And I was like, I don't care if this guy gets hit
No,
by a
no,
fucking
no,
car.
no.
I do not care.
Yeah, right.
I understand. No. That I understand. What I'm saying though is I always express it, but I carry very, very few grudges. I express it, I get it out, and then I'm like, and then now look, 5 minutes later there might be something else.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised. You would be surprised that if you could get in my head at night at bedtime. I'm not saying there's not anxieties and things like that. You would be shocked at how few grudges are in there and things like that. You know what I mean? It's just something in the moment. I will get so hung up on it.
That sounds like the horrific horror movie. To be in your head at bedtime sounds like I'd rather go to the fucking Last House on the Left. Like, I don't know. That's an echo chamber of madness in there.
What? You think you're inside your head's going to be a walk in the park?
No, but I'm already in it. I know what I'm dealing with.
I know what I'm dealing with.
But I don't. Inside there, it could be a whole new level.
But I'm saying if you'd be surprised.
You're saying that you let it go.
The other way.
You're saying that you let it go and you kind of put that aside at night and you're done.
I'm saying like last night, right? I saw a clip on Instagram that a friend of all of ours put up. The clip made me so sick to my stomach that I called.
You can't do that too much longer.
What?
You can't make something like that move you that much in that direction. It's not healthy.
What?
I know because I feel I do that and then I push it down.
But I'm telling you something.
Okay.
I called 4 different people to talk shit about it. I finally got Bobby Kelly on the phone.
Dude, what can you do?
Yeah,
dude?
I started.
What are you gonna do?
Bobby's
dude?
response was, "Yeah, we're fucking done, dude. So grab whatever you can because the ship's going down. Comedy stinks now, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I go, you know what? I wanted this to be bigger than it was. And he goes, "Yeah, dude. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you when you were really fired up. It probably would have been fun." And I go, "Yeah, oh well, all right, forget it." And then I wasn't mad about it anymore.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I get wound up about.
Will
You
you
know what I
promise
mean?
me-
Like,
will
or
you
if somebody slights me.
Yeah. Will you promise
you
me
know?
when this podcast is over, you'll tell me?
Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is here to help you with what? Those unwanted subscriptions that you forgot about. Folks, we all do it. You sign up for things, whether it's a streaming service or some kind of recurring subscription service, whatever it is, and you forget. You forget. And in your head, when you know you're going to forget, you say, well, what's $5.99? What's
I'm looking at you,
$6.99?
Apple Games.
What's $9.99? Well, it adds up, folks. And that's why Rocket Money was created. That's what they're there to do, or that's how they're here to help, is to help you locate these things, find these subscriptions, let you know what you're spending every month, and let you cancel the things you don't want to do anymore.
How great is that you could look at all your subscriptions at a glance and cancel them at the same place with a touch of a button?
Yeah.
I love it.
You press cancel, that's it.
Yeah.
You're done. All within the app. Stop throwing your money away. Cancel those unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses. How? The easy way, quite frankly. Go to rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. That's rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is so great. I use BetterHelp. That is how I do therapy. And why do I do therapy through BetterHelp, and why do I suggest that you might want to try this yourself? I will tell you why. Because BetterHelp is an app or a service that has taken all of the bureaucratic nonsense out of getting you the mental therapy, coaching, whatever you want to call it, whatever term you want to put on it, that you need, okay? Life is tough. There is no handbook. There is no how-to guide. All you can do is go on your instincts, your intuition, and you're probably at times going to need some assistance. Some of us might need a little more than other people. There's no shame in that. I am one of the people that needs a little bit more. And I know that I have gotten overwhelmed by life's challenges, and even more overwhelmed by trying to fix those challenges when I'm faced with a very complicated system on how to do so. BetterHelp links you instantly with trained professionals that are vetted and there to get the job done. Why? Because they're qualified to get the job done. You can switch between, if you're not vibing with your therapist, you can switch
licensed therapist.
Licensed therapist. You can switch at any point, whenever you want. There's no weirdness or
it's
hard
more
feelings.
affordable than in-person therapy. It's easier than in-person therapy. You don't even have to show your face if you don't want to. A lot of times people don't know that they could use help.
You could do.
They don't think they need help.
I use it. I do it through the app. You can do video calls. You can do phone calls. You can do chats. It's incredible.
If you're thinking of starting it, this is a great option to start. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/tastebuds today to get 10% off your first month, okay? That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tastebuds.
Yeah, I do have a question. What do you do more times a year, scream or cry?
Oh, God.
Cry.
Cry.
I cry and
Scream or
scream
cry.
even.
I cry twice a day.
See, not me.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't cry. It's weird.
Oh, but not out of cry for whatever reason.
I like tear and
I'm moved to tears. I'm an emotional fellow. I am. I'll cry. I told you. I'll cry at a Pep Boys commercial. I'll cry looking at my lady. I'll cry thinking of my grandparents. I'll cry thinking of my life.
I cry, laugh, and yell evenly throughout every day.
Wow, that's like a Jimmy Valvano. That's what he said. If you do that, you're living.
I don't know.
I know. I saw that clip.
See that, dude?
And
Because
it
that's a
fucked
good
me up.
day.
I don't know if
Because
that's
a good
I don't know
fucking
if that's
day.
the definition
watched-
of even keeled or the definition of insanity.
I don't either. I don't know.
You know? I don't know.
I don't know, but I they're pretty evenly. Now, when I say evenly every day, that's an exaggeration. But I say evenly throughout every week. Yesterday, I laughed out loud. I said last 2 episodes ago, I just marathon King of Queens. And like when I'm like having it, yesterday was sort of a dreary Sunday. It was kind of like, you know, I knew we had to record today. I knew I had to get up early to do this meet. Like I was like having Sunday scaries. I was kind of stressed. And I put it on to cheer me up, and I laughed out loud so many times throughout the day yesterday. And then I have other days where it's like I'll like around Christmas, like especially this year, certain things were just setting me off. I was just fucking crying, dude.
Oh, I get songs come on. I'm like, done.
Oh,
yeah.
It's brutal, dude. It's brutal, dude.
Seeing, what gets me emotional now.
Not brutal bad, but it's just, you know, it's
what
emotional.
Gets me emotional now is like seeing people even younger or old, just getting old, like seeing people getting older and seeing family members. Like, dude, I saw.
That's brutal.
I saw a
This is
picture.
therapy for me. I go to therapy for
I
this.
saw a picture of somebody that, and like just seeing like the wrinkles and stuff, and I'm just going like, well, dude, it's like in the movies when you see them put the makeup on as the person progresses, and like you're living that, and it's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
dude,
Dude, this middle area here, this transitional area that we're in right now
sucks.
is crazy.
That's
like
what I
you're
was
looking forward and backward, and you're like, oh my God,
Dude.
you're like caught in the middle there.
That's what I was going to say earlier. We got way sidetracked. It might have even been the last episode at this point. Now that I'm 45 and still a bachelor, it's fucking with me bad. Like I get really, that's something at night. It's not anger, dude. It's fear. I'm like, what if I die alone? Like, what if?
My brother went through that, and my older brother went through that, and he settled down around 47, 48, and it was just like he was like in the same thing. But then you also has to be the right like person.
I got to tell you, dude. I feel like just like with, I feel like for me, monogamy in a committed relationship is going to be like success.
Yeah.
If it came earlier, I would have been like, I would have fucked it up. I wouldn't have known how to handle it.
Yeah.
I was not a guy. I remember hearing Ray Romano say, like, thank God it happened. We talk about his career. Yeah. He was always a family guy, but he was like, he goes, thank God it happened when it did. I was ready to handle it.
Yeah.
Now, I have no idea if I'll ever see those heights of success, but I can say as a 45-year-old man and feeling like over these last few years, really like it's coming together, you know, with a bunch of different things. I'm like, thank God this is happening now, man, because I would have fucked this up.
Yeah.
I had bad habits, you know, like I said about stand-up in the last episode, where it's like I used to go to this place where if I wasn't happy with the show, I'd be like, I'll burn this fucking show to the ground right now. Like knowing now, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. You can't do that. You know what I mean? And whatever. Like, I feel that way about monogamy and commitment. I'm like, I would, because I didn't understand it. I had a really long talk with Giannis about this recently. And he said some stuff that came to him from your stepfather.
Yeah. Yep.
He passed some gems. He dropped some jewels on me from your stepfather that were, I was like, holy shit, did Giannis just change the way I think?
Yeah.
Like, or did Paul's stepdad just change the way I think?
Yeah.
It was wild, and I was like, I wouldn't have understood that 2 years ago, even.
Yeah.
You know,
I love monogamy.
yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
One of the saddest things I saw, and I
got a partner that's got your back.
Yeah.
You make sure you put each other first. You know what I mean? And it's just a mutual appreciation. And like I once I really like settled down to a serious relationship, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever done. For me.
I could see that. You know what's funny too? I realized last night for the first time. I was like, because I get all in this sometimes this personal space and all stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're not going to live in this apartment with your partner. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're living in a bachelor's apartment. I keep picturing it in my apartment that I'm in right now. And I'm like,
of course.
I could. Oh my God, it'd be hell on earth. And I'm like, no, dude, you would move into a bigger
house.
place.
Right.
That didn't dawn on me until yesterday.
Have a yard, Joe.
In the 4th or 5th month of my 45th year, I finally realized we would live in a bigger place together. Are we at time?
We're at like 30 something.
We missed the battle again.
No.
We didn't miss it. We got to do it. And you got salty, and then you started doing heart to hearts.
Paul brought up a thing, and it set us up, but it's such a good convo.
But the last thing I'll say is I was in Atlanta with an older comedian. You know, I don't want to mention the name now, but he's older and he's kind of a legend. And he was sitting at the
George
fucking
Burns.
bar and he's just looking at this red wine. And I remember him just going, dude. And I remember being like, dude, I fucking did it right. Because he just goes, yeah, man, I almost married her. I almost got married once. And he's like in his, I think, 60s at the time. I think he might be 70 now. Guy's a fucking legend. And I just saw that loneliness and I saw the wine. And I'm like, then you see him going to his hotel room. And I was like, fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It was heavy to see.
Yeah, but then you see the opposite, right?
Yep.
Of the guy that does it right. And maybe does it right a little bit later on or whatever.
Yes.
You know who's good for that is
George Clooney.
George Clooney. I think
Jeter.
Jeter
Jeter did
Jeter's
it
married
good.
now.
Jeter might have done it better than anybody.
I mean, with comics, a guy that put it like real in perspective for me was Bobby Slayton. And I think he was actually married once.
Yeah,
I think he's got a daughter, right? But the last time I saw him, we were doing. I opened for him a few years back, pre-pandemic, in Vegas.
Yeah.
We both lived in L.A. and he was like telling me about he lives. I don't know if they're still together, but he lives with his girlfriend and he was.
Imagine that's the comic he was talking about at the bar.
Wait, it wasn't.
No, it
Terrible. You're like, fuck that. He's like, he did it right. It's like,
But no, I remember he said to me, he goes, we were the second night of shows. It was 2 nights of shows, and the second night of shows in Vegas. And I was like ready to tear shit up. It was Vegas, and I was like, what are you doing? You want to hang out? He's like, I used to, man. He goes, I'm gonna drive home tonight, man. He's like, my girlfriend's waiting for me. She made a salmon salad. We're gonna open a bottle of wine and get in the hot tub. I was like,
dude.
That actually sounds pretty great. You know, but I remember that was a moment where he just what he described.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't so much the elements of it. It wasn't so much they have a hot tub and they have wine and they have this food and it wasn't so much that. It was way more just like the idea of somebody is waiting for
what
me.
he has there, yeah.
And they're taking care of me tonight because tonight's the night when I need it. And you could tell that he would do the same for her. And it was just like, I was like, oh, I get it. Like that, I kind of get that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I you know, you got to be really compatible with that person's like one of your best friends. Like that's what it is.
No, they say something like, "Hey, when you come home tonight, everybody's going to be sleeping, but there's something in the fridge and this and that." And like, it's just like this nice. It's a nice thing.
I love being with my lady. I love being with her. I told her not that long ago. I was like, we were in the kitchen. She was cooking or something like that, right? And she was busy, you know. And as she was busy, I said, "You know what, babe?" I was like, if I could choose to experience nearly everything with you, I don't even think that's a bad idea. I probably would do it because I just feel like when we're together, I enjoy everything so much more. Mm-hmm. So I would choose to just be with you if I could constantly.
Right.
And she said, put these 2 plates on the coffee table.
But it's hard for comics.
And
It's
I
hard
was
for
like,
us
why?
because we need to
And
be
then we laughed. You know,
domesticated. That's
she wasn't
great.
paying attention. you know?
She's awesome, man.
That's fucking great.
She's like, bring this to the coffee table. I'm like,
great.
are you kidding me right now? Then we cracked up.
Yeah, no. The last thing I'll say is we're young and like the immaturity thing that we have. It's not even like it's that the life we live and go do shows, get some drinks, and do that, and then you come home and somebody's kind of telling you what to do. I fought it for a while. And my wife is my wife.
Yeah.
My wife is very.
She's fucking.
My wife is a fucking. My wife.
10 out of 10.
Dude, if my wife would win wars as a fucking general, dude. She's fucking lined up. It's ready. It's organized, and I wasn't. But sometimes it would cause a lot of fights because I'd be like, I'm a little more like, let me fucking go at my pace. She's like, no, you know this and that. But then when I realized, I was like a rescue dog that needed to be domesticated in a way. I still wanted my own shit, but I realized like, no, this is like real adult shit.
Yeah.
And once I got that, it was fucking fantastic.
Both of your significant others are people that you know. For me, it's been getting a step closer the older I get,
Right?
And seeing relationships where I understand. Oh, okay. I never saw that kind of
Hopefully, more than
interaction.
likely, you're going to meet someone who knows themselves more than they did before, and that's a good thing.
Exactly, and like so but I'm not blowing smoke here. Both of your significant others. And a little more yours because obviously we're quite close at this point. You know, they're people that made me understand it a little more when I saw your relationships. You know what I mean? And one of them was at we were all somewhere together, and somebody. So I was getting to know Sal's person at the time, and I was like, I already knew she was cool, but man, she's really great, you know, and like whatever. And then I was talking to you, and your wife was there, and I remember this, dude.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
I'm not gonna say any names, but somebody made a little kind of sideways joke at your wife, and your wife, like, and it was the kind of thing where a guy like you, traditionally, you know what I mean by that, like a guy like you would have gone, "Hey, brother, don't," you know what I mean? And your wife, before you even had a chance, was like, "Don't fucking talk to me like that." To the guy that made the joke.
It was wild, man.
And
it was at something that you know well. But yes, Stacy. Somebody said something. We were talking, and Stacy just goes, and dude, it was so me and Joe. It was such a showstopper that Joe and I stopped, and I just go.
I walked away.
I go like this. I go. Does anybody need a drink, dude?
Yeah.
She goes like this. He goes. Yeah, but you're not gonna make this. He just said something along the lines of, "You're not gonna make this decision," or "What do you know?" And she goes, "Whoa." She goes, "Don't you ever talk to me like that again." Yeah. And dude, this dude got white, and Joe just kind of, and I just go, "I'm gonna go get a drink," and then afterwards, like he was apologizing to her and stuff. But I'll tell you after. But,
but like,
well, we're close. Hey, my lady, and
they're close, but and they're very like similar in a way of like getting shit done. But
that was a moment. Excuse me. That was a moment that I remembered. For 2 reasons. Number one, like I said, it was something where I was kind of getting to know Sal's person better. So that was already in my head and on the table. And then seeing your wife do that, and I was like, that's who you want to marry, man. That's a wife, dude.
That's right.
Like, that's who you.
Well, the fact that you know that is great.
Yeah. You know,
they both sharing each other's interests, or like that's really great. And here's for me, and I'm just turning into a Dr. Drew of itself. We got to get to curry versus duck sauce soon. But I would
I mean, are
say
the fans going to be pissed if we do 2 eps with no battle?
well, we told
Is it
them it was
too
going to be a
much?
battle this
I
time.
know, but
we
you
still
know.
got battle time. We still got battle time.
I don't.
I'll tell you what.
Like
This
48.
no.
Yeah,
yo, this episode, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've done a lot of podcasts lately. This second one we did is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a banger, dude.
I'm not mad
It's a
at
banger,
it. If we
dude.
Look, we pushed a battle 3 eps before on my birthday. We went 2 full eps through this.
But we can't. Who's going to do it? He's going to leave. I got to go to the other podcast.
No, I'm not saying we do it right
When
now.
does it
I'm
happen?
saying we're just gonna have to come back and do. I don't know.
Well, we're not gonna do it.
No, we should do it. We should do it. We should do it. Just go. We'll do it. Do it an hour 10. You get 20 minutes of battle in. That's plenty.
Okay.
We
Right?
could even do the Chinese
crack
food.
a
It might
window.
even be 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I mean it's
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
What I was going to say.
I don't want to. I just feel bad. I want to keep talking about this stuff. All right, but we got to go. All
Last thing I
right.
was going to say was the most important thing is to know how to disagree and know how to argue.
Right.
yes,
Right? You
Took
can
me a
have
long
different
time to
points
do
of
that.
views.
Yeah.
You can go at it a little bit. There can be a little static, but you have to know when to let go. You have to know when to say you're wrong, and you have to know if you agree to disagree. It's the way you repair from disagreement and friction that I think is the most important thing. And to know that this is a little bit trite, but to know that like it's always evolving, the relationship. It's never going to be what it was in the beginning, later and later. You just got to accept that the relationship is the dynamic, the rapport, and everything that you experience. You're going to go through different stages.
I'll drop the gem that Virzi's stepdad dropped on Giannis.
Yeah.
That Giannis then dropped on me years later. I believe this was it. He said, "Love is action, not feeling."
Yeah.
And he goes, and Giannis goes, "That's when that just changed the way I thought about everything."
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh yeah," and it blew my mind.
It's a crazy
because as I get older, that's what excites me about when I meet somebody that I might want to hang out with. I'm like, the first thing I start thinking about now versus what used to excite me is can I learn anything from this person? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
can this person teach me something or show me something? And I don't mean like because they're a scholar or genius. I just mean, can they teach me something? Are they well-rounded and fulfilled enough as a human being that they could teach me something? And instead of what I used to get excited about, which would be like, oh my God, her favorite movie is my favorite movie, and that means it's got to be that we're, you know what I mean? Like that's a nice perk if that's the case, but you know, but you know, and obviously you want to have similar tastes, and I would think, you know, but that when he said that, I was like, that's wild, because that's really been on my mind lately. Like, can this person teach me something? And that to me is somebody that loves you. Mm-hmm. That's what that love is action. You know?
He said another one to me where he said, love sometimes when you're 100% right and they're wrong, you still apologize to them. And I was like, no. I said, I'm not doing that. I said, that's where I draw the fucking line. If I'm 100% right, I'm not apologizing to anybody.
That's so funny. Folks, I'm a nostalgia junkie. I've probably made that very evident here on the show. And why is that? Because childhood was a simpler time. And one of the things that made that time so simple, so beautiful was what?
Cereal, babe.
Cereal, a thing that fades out of adult life as you get older, sadly, unless it's a non-fun cereal. And that's where Magic Spoon changed everything. You want to talk about some game changers? Magic Spoon has replicated your favorite childhood cereals to taste good, but with servings that have 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 net grams of carbs. Really, really great stuff.
It's a keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free way to relive those moments watching your favorite cartoons. That's so funny they say that, because Saturday morning cartoons and a bowl of cereal was it. Plus, it's only 140 calories a serving. It's like there's magic in every spoonful with over 8 unique flavors, which they added because I don't know if they had 8 in the past. You won't get bored of feeling good with Magic Spoon.
I enjoy all of the... I don't mean to say I enjoy all of them, but they all are very good. But if I had to pick my preferences. I like the fruit flavor very, very much, and I really, really like the blueberry muffin. Those just do it for me. But if you like a different kind of sweet in your cereal, they've got maple waffle, they've got honey nut, they've got cookies and cream, cinnamon roll,
peanut butter.
It's
I take
awesome.
the cocoa and the peanut butter and mix them. I'm crazy like that.
I've mixed my blueberry muffin with my fruity, and I enjoyed it.
So we love it. So head to magicspoon.com/tastebuds to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try the magic for yourself. And be sure to use our promo code tastebuds at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/tastebuds and use the code tastebuds to save $5 off. Thanks, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
That's the truth.
I was like, no.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was
funny.
one where, but he's on that. like my stepfather, he's like a Jedi on that. Like he's just like, no, you know, you apologize even when you're wrong. And I don't know what I can't. Yeah. If I'm right and you're dead to rights, I have to let you know.
I think you have to be self-aware and always you always have to be contributing.
There's your clip.
Right? That's something I did. You always have to be contributing to the relationship. You can't put it in neutral or cruise control and then go about your business and be like, we're married and like and that whatever it is, we're in a relationship, we're married. You can't. You have to be like. Think of them and be like, what can I do for them that they're not expecting? How can I make them feel good or better? What's something I could do? Like, you have to be outwardly caring.
I will say this very sincerely on camera. 2 people in my life in recent years that are not women that I feel these love things about are you and Paul Italia. I opened the bar with Paul, and then you and I started this podcast together. And Pimp, you're a huge part of that too. Please,
go on.
But I'm saying, I'm not cutting you out of that. But my point is there's so much time spent in dealing with work stuff at that point. There's immense levels of joy, but then there are also immense levels of frustration. You and I have had blow-ups with each other. Paul and I have had blow-ups with each other, and I can say through and through, I see you both as partners. I see you both as people I absolutely love, and you're 2 people that in public I have almost cried when talking about. When I talk about the situation, I told you this the other night. The people were coming up to me at the meet and greets and saying to me like, dude, Taste Buds like brought like me and my girlfriend together. It's like why we're dating. And that wasn't the part that got me. The part that got me was they said, like, how long have you and Sal been friends? And I just started talking about it. I was like, well, during the pandemic is when we got close. And I started getting like, yeah, no, he's a good guy, man. and like just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I did the Honeydew and Sickler interviewed me about the bar, and I was
shout out to Ryan Sickler.
Shout out to
love Ryan Sickler.
Get better, brother.
Get better, brother.
Get better.
We're all thinking of you.
Okay, yeah, I hope he's all right.
Get better, brother. The best dude, man. But he was interviewing me about the bar, and at the end of it, I was talking about like how like the shit. Paul, I remember at the time that fucking Jeep I had at the time was in the shop again, and Paul called me and he goes, I know you're in Cali. He goes, listen, give me the number of the garage. I want to go over there and talk to those guys because I don't know, man. I want to make sure they're not doing anything to fuck with you because it keeps coming back to the shop. And I told my dad that, and my dad goes, "That's a 1 in a million friend." And I started telling the story on Sickler's thing, and I started crying.
Yeah.
But
and my point is
that's exactly it. He thought of you and said, I'm going to contribute. I'm going to outwardly do something for you that I don't have to do at all because I care, you know.
And there are plenty of guys that would have had the arguments you and I have had off air about whatever it was that would have went, fuck this.
Yeah.
You know? And funny enough, it's the same thing you guys are talking about with your ladies. It's like it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's recognizing all the other shit that makes you not go, fuck this, man.
Yeah.
This is a fucking headache.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or whatever.
Well,
you go, no, dude, look what this person does for me. I want to give back to them. You know? Like, it's beautiful, man. It's fucking beautiful. No matter what happens, I love you, baby.
Indian food, Chinese food, go.
right, how does it start?
It's time to
Oh, okay. Here we go. Time to beat. There's all the salty is gone at this point.
Yeah.
So what is it now?
I'll throw another one at you.
No, what is
your
it?
Your head's too small for your body.
Just hit him back with yours is too big. Got that right there.
Hit me, Dave. Hit me. Come on, we got a battle here.
Stop cuffing your jeans. You're fucking 40.
40, 45. All right. It's time to BATTLE buds. All right. Virzi is defending Indian food. I'm defending Chinese food. Virzi, you picked Indian food because you said you've gotten in. Well, I'll let you pick. I'll let you explain.
Yeah, what happened, I would say, over the last 5-6 years is somebody was like, have you tried Indian? Because every time you want to order, it's always what? The 4 go-tos. It's Mexican,
Chinese,
Italian food, Chinese, right.
Yeah.
So all those, burger. And everyone's like, dude, you don't do Indian. And everybody said the same thing. Oh, that curry shit. Oh, they're too. And I'm like, let me go. Someone says, no, it's not always like that. It's not always curry.
Right.
It's not always like that. So I tried these dishes, and I was in Vegas, and somebody goes, hey, there's a place off the strip called Mint. And they do a lunch thing. It's like $10 and it's gourmet Indian. So I was like, let me try. He's like, it's going to blow your mind. I go there and I was like, dude, my whole fucking world just changed. Really? I was like, this is amazing. Then I got into the chicken vindaloo, which is really spiced because I like spice. Then I got into the lamb vindaloo. Then I said to my wife, who's the pickiest eater in the world, she's the fucking pickiest. And she goes, I can't do Indian. What are you nuts? She did. She got a chicken dish.
So you're an Italian guy that's eating a lot of vindaloo. This guy's a Vindaloon right here. All right, please.
Here's the thing.
Please, don't write to us. Don't even comment about it.
That's a great. It was a good line.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking. There's been a sham in our country. There's been a scam in our country, and it comes from China.
I'm gonna need you to
and
put those fingers down.
And it comes from China.
Put those fingers
listen
down.
To me. It comes from China, just like the COVID scam. Okay. Okay, listen to me. These motherfuckers chop up vegetables. They put a little chicken with it, and it feels heavy. And they put the sauce, and it's good. The chicken's good, the beef's good, but it's a lot of bullshit that throw peanuts. Fuck your peanuts. Fuck your peanuts.
How fucking dare you come in here right now? How dare you come in here right now?
So you're saying it's quantity, not quality?
Oh, the bag feels heavy because we're going to give you big fucking pounds of white rice nobody gives a fuck about.
Ooh. How dare you
Most
come in here?
Most people don't finish that rice.
No, but you
put
don't
it in the
finish
fridge,
you don't
throw it out
finish all the
days
pints
later.
of rice.
How dare you come in here right now with a sauce complaint with Indian food? I've been to your Indian buffets. By the way, congrats for being the first human being that's ever said this. I know a good restaurant off the strip in Vegas. Nobody's ever said that. The good restaurants are in the casinos. The reason the ones are off the strip is because they couldn't get into the casinos, okay? So here's the deal.
All right.
I've been to Indian buffets.
Okay.
It's vats, dude. It's vats. There's the one in the orange sauce, the one in the red sauce, the one in the brown sauce. There's a lot of rice involved, and then they think that bread is carrying the meal, man. That you're going to dip
the naan.
The naan is going to dip. You're going to dip the naan. Like I've never had a pita, by the way.
It's a little different than pita, though. It's a little crispier. They put garlic on the naan.
I was making a joke.
I get it. I get it, but like,
kid.
Chinese food has been Americanized. You get fucking hungry right after it. You want to know why? Because you didn't have enough fucking protein. Because they keep giving vegetables.
All I get is protein at Chinese restaurants, dude. This is how I go. Now we're talking American Chinese. Now
Only gets his protein Chinese restaurants.
I've been to China. You want to talk true Chinese food? And I'll talk true Chinese food and true American food. You ever had real Peking duck? Because I've had it, dude. You can't.
Yeah.
Nothing on earth will hold the candle to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
Listen, I can't fuck. Listen, I can't fuck with that argument because I've never eaten Chinese food in China. I'm talking American.
Then I'll come at you, American Chinese food. You're not getting sustenance. I get spare ribs. Boom, all meat.
Chewy, fatty, not great.
Stop it, dude. Stop it.
Chewy, fatty, not great.
Egg rolls. Nothing beats an egg roll.
An egg roll's incredible. I'll give you that.
Nothing beats an egg roll.
Give you an egg roll.
Pork fried rice.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, pork fried rice.
What?
And then how much are you throwing out or leftovers?
General Tso's chicken. Yeah, there you go. Look to the side. No,
General Tso's
Look over there for a retort.
General Tso's chicken is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll give you the egg roll. I'll give you.
But I'm saying you're complaining about the dishes that I don't even touch, dude. Beef and broccoli.
All right, sweet and sour chicken.
Sweet and sour chicken, no sauce. No, I mean, like, not in the sense that you're talking about. There's the sweet and sour sauce, but
Right.
I mean, the dishes you were talking about.
Yeah.
Even beef and broccoli, I wouldn't put in that category. You're talking about like when you get like the chicken and vegetables or whatever, and it's got a lot of the brown sauce on it, and it's like a lot of carrots and celery and BS.
Yeah, a
Who
lot of
gets
onions,
that?
a lot of
is
chopped
annoying.
onions
That
in
is
there.
annoying.
Who gets that,
see,
dude?
with Chinese
They give you a big bucket of the brown sauce.
But see, the thing
It's
is,
all
when you order
carrots and
Indian,
That's a
fucking-
throwaway.
Right, but when you order Indian, you don't have to specialize it to get more meat. When you get that thing, first of all, when you order Indian, you get the big aluminum tray, and when you open it, it's when I got lamb vindaloo the other day, right? It was loaded with lamb. Tender as hell, heavy, and just a few potatoes where the majority of the dish was the lamb that I'm fucking paying for.
Lamb of God, take away sins of the world.
And they come out with this long, flat, big, round naan with garlic, crunchy, that you could dip the red sauce in. Then I had Indian wings, dude. Indian wings, lemony with the seasoning, took it to another level. I'm not saying Chinese food's bad, but gun to my fucking head. Gun to my fucking head. If you tell me that I could only do one more the rest of my life, American now, not Chinese food, but American Indian versus American. And I was
You're
in
nuts.
London. I would go. I'd go into.
You're nuts.
I don't know enough about Indian food, so I get scared to order it myself. Because I'm like, I don't want to order stuff and I get it and I don't like it. But when I've been like, when by people I know that like Indian food order it for like the table or the event or whatever, I always like it. The only thing I don't like is traditional curry.
Right, and that's
but that's not everything.
No,
But
that's not
curry.
But I don't
hate curry.
like it. Something disagrees with me.
I think when people think Indian, they think that.
I hate curry, and look, ginger's got its limits, man. You know, ginger's running all through the Indian menu, and after a while, it gets to be too much.
Is there not
for me.
ginger in the Chinese menu?
No, ginger. No, ginger's way more like Japanese food.
Japanese
'Cause
food
you're
is a
thinking
lot of
sushi
ginger.
and stuff.
Yeah, they
Sure.
shave the ginger
Not
on the
sushi,
side.
but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. You got a lot of ginger popping in that Indian food, and it starts to get like, come on now.
But what
Am I wrong?
But no. But what are the percentage, Joe? What are the percentage of people in America that even eat Indian food? Because I bet you it's a lot less than. I don't think people. I think people are afraid of it.
But so far, and
Well, here it's like
you're a man in your 40s. Do you eat it? You don't eat it.
It's available to me. It's not my go-to because
It's available to me. I hope so.
I know, you know what I mean. Like, I mean, living in New York, it's like I
Right.
can get it whenever I want it. I mean, but like I need to explore it more and find the dishes that I like, so I can put them in my rotation. It's on me why I don't
Chinese
because I
food-
go down the list like you said,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna get to Indian before I go. Oh, I could use.
I will try-
I could use a pizza. I could use. Oh my god, I could use.
See, I'm at the.
I will try. Hold on.
Okay.
I will try the vindaloo.
Okay.
It sounds like it might be too spicy for me because I don't like food that makes me sweat.
I will say
But-
this. It does.
Okay, but I will say this. This is what I don't know. I just said that because you just said that.
Okay. What?
But here's what I'm hearing from you right now.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
A little bit of mirrors. Okay.
whoa.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think you just defined the entire Indian menu by one dish that you really like, which is lamb vindaloo.
No, there's
everything. And also, if you go to a quality, and you're talking,
dishes.
you go to a quality Indian restaurant and you get a quality Indian lamb vindaloo coming out. If you go to a quality Chinese restaurant,
Yeah.
these dishes you speak of all sauce and lots of onion. Bro, you know that ain't the case. That's takeout, like hole in the wall Chinese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the little joints. I get it. Sometimes that happens there. But you go to a quality Chinatown Chinese restaurant with the ducks in the window and everything. They're not fucking around with any of that.
Have you been to a quality I was in London. By the way, if you go to London, you got to go because the food there is terrible. But Indian, the population
Hard over there.
so everybody
Right.
said since you like
No, I know
Indian,
it's- yeah.
everyone's like since you got to do it. And me and my family did it. But I'll tell you, Sal, we did go. My wife goes, "Oh my God, I'm just in the mood for Indian tonight." My kids are 13 and 10. I want Indian, and we feel full. We don't get hungry like the Chinese food after. You get hungry. You get
Your kids
fucking
are
hungry.
saying
You guys
this.
went to like a Babu Bhat type place. Seinfeld, the guy.
What?
Like a
But hold
Babu-
on, your kids are saying this. Your kids are saying this.
My 13-year-old
dope.
my 13-year-old son said the other day, I go, "Guys, you want to get sushi or Chinese?" And my daughter and son go, "Kind of in the mood for Indian." And Stacy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm in the mood for Indian."
Okay, you're in the but you're
That's
dodging
nice.
my point.
What?
My point was not that your kids like Indian food or not. We've established.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
My point is this. I'm saying if you get quality Indian food,
Yep.
you're saying you get what you pay for. I'm saying if you get quality Chinese food, you get what you pay for.
Okay, but I've taken out both, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
Not the same in what sense?
Not the same, and I'm not getting Like when I order chicken vindaloo or lamb vindaloo or chicken tikka marsala and that comes delivered, it's like I'm at the restaurant and it's a lot. Whereas if I have to go to a Chinese food restaurant,
I don't think that's true. I think you're going to the wrong.
Can I
Chinese
say one
place.
thing? And I love Chinese food, but I will say that like it's as big as the fucking menu is. It's kind of like the same in every place, you know. And I don't know if this is a pro or a con, but like you can get Chinese food from 25 different places here, and it's the same thing.
and fucking yeah, here's the other thing.
No, but those again. I'm going to go back to this. Those are the joints.
There's something to say for consistency, but also there's no variation.
But hold on, I disagree, and this is why I disagree. You can't define it by the little takeout spots. That would be like saying like you could go to one of
That's
the
Why
true.
not? Because quality over quantity.
But hold on.
That's how I consume
My
most
point
of
is
it.
no, and I like that kind of Chinese food. I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying that would be like saying, oh, if you go to all the hot dog places in this neighborhood, it's all kind of the same. It's like, well, yeah, dude, they're little takeout joint. That's what they do. They're probably getting food from the same suppliers and all that stuff. I'm saying go into Chinatown. Go sit down. I live on the border of Chinatown. I got a place a block from my apartment where the ducks are hanging in the window. You sit down at that place. You order duck. You want to talk quality for your money?
Well,
you order duck for $15. You get half a duck. And dude, I am talking, it is 2 pounds of duck. You get ribs. It is 2 pounds of ribs,
That's
dude.
crazy.
It is so much food.
Yeah.
It's it's amazing.
But
dude.
I will tell you that
it's
but
amazing.
this is a moot point because ditto for the Indian.
Yeah, I
food.
was gonna
But
say.
that's why I'm saying you can't say, well, when I order Indian food, I get this, and when I order Chinese food, I get that. No, you got to go to the
But-
equivalent.
Okay, but
I've had everything
But the
quality.
variations, what Sal's saying is very. I've got General Chow's chicken, which has been incredible because the bread wasn't that. You know,
Yeah.
the bread. But then you could get General Chow's chicken where it's this lumpy fucking sack of
course.
bread. But that doesn't happen with Indian food.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
What do you mean?
I've been to tons of Indian buffets, okay, over the years, okay, and I've not eaten at many of them because a bunch of people want to go because they go, we all want to go. And I
Joe
go,
has walked in and out of tons of Indian buffets.
No. I mean, like, I've literally gone to an Indian buffet and been like, I'm not going to eat, like, but everybody wants to do this. So I'll just wait till later. I'm not into it. But tons is an
forget a
exaggeration. But my
buffet.
point is this.
Okay.
I've gone to Indian spots
Yeah.
and I have seen the Indian food equivalent of what you're saying about Chinese food, where I'm like, it's a bunch of vats of very soupy, saucy things. There's some curries there, whatever.
Yep.
I would be willing to bet, based on what you're saying, if you brought me to a quality Indian restaurant and I sat down, it would be a very different experience.
Yes.
Just like with Chinese food. I've had terrible General Tso's chicken over the years. It's because I didn't get it from a place that made quality General Tso's chicken.
Right.
They don't make quality food. I don't think that's a fair comparison. I'm saying if you want to get down to just flavor versus flavor, I'm going to take Chinese food. Why? Because they got the spicy dishes, they got the sweet dishes, they got the egg rolls. Fried chicken wings from a Chinese restaurant to me are bangers. Spare ribs from Chinese restaurants are bangers. Wonton soup, hot and sour soup, egg drop
at
soup.
this point, yes, there has a big variety, but I do say that there's no like
Spare
this-
ribs suck, dude.
You can.
No,
how
you're
about
wrong.
this?
They're rubbery and fatty. They stink.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
That's a very,
In my
very
whole
high
life-
risk when you order spare ribs.
In my whole life, out of all the times we've ordered spare ribs, I could count on one hand less that there would be like, oh my God, this is good meat, dude. They're fucking shaving the fat off of that thing and putting it in. Some places are probably good.
Wait, you're
with that.
getting, what are you
But
getting,
here's,
boneless
here's,
spare?
here's two things I'll say.
No, I get on the bone.
Yeah.
I don't.
Here's
I
two
wouldn't,
things
I
I'll
wouldn't
say.
cut that with a boneless spare.
And I like Chinese food probably more. I eat it more and I like it more. And I think I'm going to start ordering Indian because I want to be. I want
to try this. I want to try this fucking Branford Marsalis that he's talking about. It sounds good.
It's Winton Marsalis.
I want to try this this Vanderpool fucking.
No,
lamb.
listen. I'll say two things. It's kind of weird that you could take I don't know if it's weird. Again, I don't know how to think about this, but it's a point that you could take any place's Chinese food menu and use that as the menu for any other Chinese food place.
That's the same thing with
in the
Indian
world.
food.
Is it though?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, I would say in some ways yes, but dude, the spices that I'm hitting with the sauce and the things that they're putting on, not curry. I'm talking about the way it hits with the flavor.
Oh, they're big with flavors. The
flavors
bold
of India
flavors.
are fucking nuts.
All right. That's fair. I think some of this is just palate preference, right? I like that Chinese combines sugary with the spice. I like that. Or you have the option to do that. My favorite thing in the world from a American Chinese restaurant is, and this even the Chinatown like sit down quality spots have egg rolls. I love an egg roll. I love it with some of the. And by the way, you can only get that orange duck sauce in New York and on the East, and in Philly on the East Coast. You go out west, duck sauce is red. It's red.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
And it tastes way more like store-bought sweet and sour sauce, and I don't like it. But my favorite thing to do is to take that duck sauce and right next to it the hot mustard and
mix it?
I dunk it. I keep it separated and I dunk it into both. It opens my nostrils up, but it's sweet. I love it, dude.
Wait,
I love it.
I will say this: is the menu that you're ordering from though? It is actually authentic Indian food.
Yeah, because
whereas
they're
the
not-
Chinese
yeah.
food is
There's not
westernized.
Indian joints everywhere.
Right.
Like the way there's Chinese joints
But the
everywhere.
menu you're ordering from is authentic Indian cuisine.
Yeah, there's a restaurant in our neighborhood that delivers.
As opposed to
But
like
how do you, but I hear what your point is,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying you're wrong. But how do we know that? How do we know that it's not Americanized Indian food?
because the dishes
we've been to the restaurant that delivered to us, and it was, I mean.
But I'm saying I've been to Chinese restaurants where entire staff is Chinese, entire decor is Chinese, every ornament in there is Oriental. Whatever.
I don't know if the lamb's
But
hanging
my point is if I've been to Chinese places where if we walked inside and I say, Paul, we just went through a warp zone and we're actually in China, you wouldn't be able to tell that we weren't. But I've also been to China and had traditional Chinese food like from there, and it is quite different. It is quite different. There's connective tissue, but it is quite different. So my point is how the hell do we know if there's not an Americanized? We've never been to India and had Indian food, right?
Yeah, but you
No,
but
I've never.
But you know it. But it is. Those dishes are.
I mean, the people that.
But how do you know?
I mean,
Because I'll put it this way: I've been to London like a dozen times. There's so many Indian restaurants there.
Yeah, because
as a matter of fact, I stayed in hotels with the whole entire room service menu was Indian.
I've been to Scotland. I've never been to England.
Yeah, but
I've been
can't
to
we-
Scotland. I've been to Ireland. Chinese food in those places was very similar to American. Chinese food in China
it's different.
I guess I don't know.
Actually, some of the places in New York Chinatown shave way closer to it.
Yeah, but can't you go to? You could go to an Italian restaurant and go, "How do we know this is?" And you're like, "Oh, well, she's from Sicily."
Well,
Like,
that's-
how do
which,
we-
by the way, it is different in Italy. Like
Yeah.
the pizza's
food
different.
Food in Italy is completely different than Italian food here.
Yeah.
But there's one.
Yeah, no, you never see in Italy. They're never like, we have chicken parmesan. They'd be like, what are you talking about?
The one thing, the one column, and I hear what you're saying. I haven't had it in China, so I don't know. But the one check mark that Indian
welcome,
gets
Civic.
from me, the one check mark that the Indian gets from me that simply just does not exist in the Chinese food American thing is I have never had a meal with my family of Indian food and been hungry later. Where when I get Chinese food, I'm hungry
What
an
is that,
hour
the
later.
MSG or
I
so-
think
what is
that's
that?
no. I think that
It's a
is.
thing.
I know it's a thing. I think it's an old wives' tale at this point. Anytime I get, and I think that Chinese food has been very unfairly stereotyped in this sense. Anytime I ever get takeout food or food delivered, whatever it is, whether it's Chinese food, whether it's
nothing's
pizza,
faster than Chinese food. It comes
but
fast and hot.
it's-
that
yeah,
I
what does
love
What does that
about
tell
it.
you? What does that tell you?
no.
What does that tell you?
That they're
that's a
shit
What does that tell
together.
you? No, it tells you that there's a little lady up there chopping fucking onions and peppers and saying, throw that on. So it fucking has
Paul,
weight
I
to
got to
it.
tell you, I've never ordered a Chinese dish that had onions and peppers in it. You're ordering the wrong thing. But
No,
but hold on, let me finish this point.
Okay.
Any takeout I get at home, pizza, Chinese food, KFC, whatever the fuck it is, if there's more, I'm hungry a few hours later and I go back and I eat more of it. Anything.
So you're saying it's a function that they give you a big quantity.
No, I think it's a function of that's what takeout is. Takeout does that to you.
No, but Joe,
anytime you get takeout, there's nothing better than that second round to the fridge later. It's cold. You're like, ooh, it's kind of.
Nice,
But see, no,
nice
I
cold
think that's the
burrito.
point.
Yeah.
No, but I think the point is too. I think I just had a conversation with myself and then sat up and said, that's the point. As I said that, I realized that. Because I'm thinking of the authentic dinner. Like if me, you, and Sal went to a good Italian restaurant right now. Right? And we get the fresh mutts and we get the prosciutto to start.
Yeah.
And we get a glass of wine and the bread comes out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you get a nice dish, whether it's eggplant or fucking ravioli or lasagna, right? I'm done, dude. I'm not gonna be. I'm done. Yeah. If we went,
I'm trying to save room for the cappuccino.
If we got some cappuccino, you got a little tiramisu, you're done. You feel like that with takeout Indian. With takeout Indian, you feel like you had a gourmet meal. I do not feel like that with Chinese food, unless I sit down in the Chinese food restaurant.
Interesting. So you're saying, on the whole, Indian food feels much more like real, fulfilling, actual food.
Yes.
And Chinese food is takeout food.
But hold on a second. Hold on. You just said you don't feel like that if you sit down in the Chinese restaurant.
No, I'm saying if I sit down in a Chinese restaurant, like you're saying, not takeout, and they fucking don't overload it with the rice and everything because I have a meal, it's better.
Sure, of course.
Better.
Of course.
But I feel like
think
that
it's a better
would
experience.
Right.
I think it's a better experience. But my point is this: it's a very unfair comparison. My point with Chinese takeout, and I'm hungry an hour later. Chinese takeout is in the Indian food is not classic takeout. Never was. Probably never will be.
I mean,
Chinese
what else could compete with Chinese food for takeout?
Well, that's my point.
Pizza, probably.
Pizza, burgers.
You go.
Burgers. But in my head, classic takeouts. Ready?
Yep.
Chinese food, bucket of chicken, pizza.
Whoa, wait a minute. You mean on what? On how much people get, or
a bucket of chicken to me is classic takeout. That's why it is. That's why it's.
Was that in order? Is that what you meant?
No, I'm saying like if you're talking
classic
to me about
takeout number one though, if you had to rank, is pizza. I mean that's number one.
Pizza.
Did we do that? Did we do pizza versus Chinese food?
No, we did pizza
versus
versus
the number one
I forget.
takeout in the probably in the world.
But trying to figure out who's going to be.
missing.
No, I know what you're saying.
No, I know
what you're saying.
I'm saying there are certain things that are just takeout.
Right.
You see a bucket of chicken, you're like, that is classic takeout food, right? Any one of those foods that I just mentioned, when I bring them home, I eat some, I'm full, and a few hours later I want to eat more because there's something about it mentally that triggers you in a certain way. Any one of those foods, if I went and sat down and ate them like a human being on a plate and all that stuff, I would not feel that same way. I don't know why that is. It is what it is.
You're saying your mind is primed to.
But you know what I really think it comes down to, dude? I think it comes down to not a lot of people, and that's why there's not a lot of Indian takeout. People are afraid of Indian. They don't try it. A lot of people don't try it, and that's why you haven't. And that's why when I say it to people, they always go like, "What?"
Well, you had to get yourself familiar with it. Otherwise, I don't know what to order.
I think that if people open their mind and say, because everybody does the same thing, it's curry. It's not.
What are you doing after this?
What?
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I would too. I've been like, I want Indian or Chinese food so bad.
I gotta go. I might have to. I gotta be up by my house by 9:30. It's 7 now.
All right, because I will go get Indian food with you after this, and you take me through it. I'm dead serious.
I don't know. I gotta find out the place.
If you don't have time, you don't have time. It's fine.
Yeah. No. Why can't? Can we do it again and then like fucking throw it in?
But I'm telling you right now, I might go home.
You became Louis Dumps. You're like, I got that thing. I got the thing with the guy.
I gotta pee.
Remember from Bronxdale?
I gotta pee.
My grandmother.
I gotta pee so bad. Go to the phones without me because I don't want to hold this up. It's 10 after 7.
Okay.
You gotta be somewhere at 8.
Yeah. All right.
And this one's coming out late. When's this one coming out?
This one's coming out the 6th.
13th.
13th.
Guys, tomorrow.
Yeah, baby.
Guys.
This was the Valentine's Day episode. Wow, it worked out.
Guys, tomorrow, Valentine's Day, I'm going to be at the Pittsburgh Improv with Pittsburgh's own Joe Bartnick is on the show.
I love Joe.
And we're going to be there. It's one show only. Tickets are going. It might be sold out. If there's a few left, scoop them right now. All right. So I'm going to be at Zany's in Chicago. March 2nd through the 4th. I'm going to be at Providence the 30th through April 1st. Then I'm doing a one-nighter Salt Lake City. I'm going to be in Salt Lake City Wise Guys April 14th through 15th, and then I'll be at the Denver Comedy Works on the 16th. I got Austin, I got Tampa, I got Charlotte and Raleigh just added. So you go to paulvirzi.com. Please check out the Nocturnal Admission. My special Nocturnal Admissions was globally trending on Netflix. It's doing great. So thank you guys.
You
for
got
watching
2 on there, right?
No, I have the Netflix one, and then the other one's going to be available on YouTube. I'll Say This, which I did on Comedy Central in 2018, but the one that I just did this summer is on Netflix now. 2 podcasts I do: The Virzi Effect, which is now in studio, like a TV show like this, and I co-host Anything Better, so with Burr, so you guys could check that out too. And check out my dates, paulvirzi.com. Thank you for having me, man.
I was at both tapings of your specials.
You were.
Fucking loved them.
I
loved them.
You were at both of the biggest nights of my career.
Yeah, I'll always be there for
you're the best.
And you fucking killed them. Both of them.
Thank you, man.
Both
Thank
of
you
them.
so much.
Yes. So if you don't know Paul, I mean, you got to get to know him. Guys, real quick, ImpracticalJokersLive.com. We are on tour right this second. There's like 40, 50 cities. We're adding more, but I only want to tell you about the ones coming up. North Charleston, February 16th. Charlotte, North Carolina, the 17th. Waterloo, New York, the 18th. And then Washington, D.C., the 19th. And then another big one, another 4-day weekend, Niagara Falls, Ontario on March 9th. The Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey. So psyched about that on March 10th. Wallingford, Connecticut on March 11th. And then Long Island, UBS Arena in Belmont Park on March 12th. I am so excited to go to that arena. I was a lifelong Islanders fan. I haven't been to the new arena yet. We were supposed to help open up that arena, and the tour got canceled during COVID. So super excited about the Prudential Center and about the UBS Arena. ImpracticalJokersLive.com.
And also, if any men or women want to compete for DeRosa's Love, please write in the comments.
Yes, reach out to us. We are going to cast this thing. I would love to do that.
We should throw some guys in. I
have plenty of time. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, Impractical Jokers Season 10 is airing right now. It started February 9th on Thursdays at 10 o'clock. It's now on both True TV and TBS at the exact same time, simulcast, so you can watch it on either network. And it was a great season. Super, super fun. A lot of crazy guests. Check that out. Joe, I guess, is taking a shit. Joe,
not a lot of crazy comments on this one.
No?
It seems pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Chinese food, right?
Most of the comments just feel like Indian food. White people shouldn't be talking about Indian food.
Really?
That kind of whole thing. What would Trump say?
What?
I don't
I
even know what that
know.
means.
This is like very random.
I don't even know what that means.
Indian food is what killed Gandhi. Somebody wrote. Like, it's just all trolling on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing too constructive, to be honest.
No, that's bad. That's disappointing. What was I going to say about Joe? Oh, JoeDeRosaInfo.com.
Yes.
For all Joey's dates. He's got a lot up right now. And then also go down to Joey Rose's in the Lower East Side of New York on Rivington Street. They're open 7 days a week. Check out that. The sandwiches are unbelievable. Space is really cool. It's a great neighborhood little spot. Check that out. I guess Joe is doing a number 2.
There is 18,000.
I mean, you could just do it and put it in.
There is 18,000 votes on this one.
Ooh.
This might be our biggest poll in a while.
Yeah, in a while, yeah.
You guys ready? You ready?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
All right, let's go to the phones. No, we call it going to the phones. It's really going to the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
The loser with 22% is Indian food.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
look,
I had a feeling.
you're going up against the beast.
I mean, well, listen, dude. I'm going up against. You know,
Yeah.
that's like going up against. It's literally probably number 2 to pizza when it comes to takeout.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed a win, too. That's good.
Are you counting that as a win?
Yeah, no wonder why, motherfucker, I
He would've
show
won.
up.
Yeah, that would have been a loss.
Lost.
Hey,
Okay,
Paul,
gotcha.
why don't you do Afghani food? And I'll fucking do Italian. I need a win. What the fuck?
We said name food you love. You said Indian
No, I
food.
do.
I was like, all right,
Well,
I got a lot
listen,
to
you
say.
know what? If those 22% of people tell somebody, you know, I'll start a movement, dude. Slowly but surely, man.
He's like, Virzi, you want to come on? I'll take pizza. You take Aborigine food. It'll be great. I thought you made good points. I thought Chinese food is the king. You can't dethrone the king there. But I thought you did make good points. And I'll tell you what, I'm coming away from this genuinely excited to go and try a bunch of Indian food.
Me too.
So you
I
did
swear to
well.
God, I might
Same.
order some tonight.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. The last time I bought, because I would always do, at first, when I first got into it, I would always start with chicken. Do the chicken vindaloo, and they're like, listen, it's really hot. You're going to be sweating. But then when I was in London, I was like, hey, do you have vindaloo? And he goes, yeah, we don't have chicken. We have the lamb, though. And then I realized I think that's like the real, more like authentic.
ODOG.
Dude, the chunks of lamb were this big, and you're like, is it going to be dry, dude? And it just like melted with the seasoning and the heat. And I was like, this is another. And then I dipped the garlic naan in. By the way, the one thing about Indian food is when you get the naan delivered, takeout, it's nothing like. It's not as crispy as when they take it out of the oven and give it to you. But when you dip it in that sauce and you get it, It's almost like the white rice version of Chinese. It's really, really good. So I would just tell anybody, any listeners, like if you're thinking about it, you don't know, try the right dish. If you get the right dish, you'll have another option at night.
There you go.
All right. That's it. I still love you, buddy.
Oh, dude, I always love you.
There you go. Nice.
There you go.
All right.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking.